Blessings, good evening to everybody on a windy, blustery night in Warburton, near Melbourne, Australia. We'll begin, as usual, with a short meditation. So try to find a comfortable posture. Most of you are probably sitting on chairs. So if you're sitting on a chair, try to sit still, obviously, and sit up straight with a straight back. This will help you to be more mindful and alert. And you just acknowledge the triple gem, the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, which is a good way to start meditation. We say triple gem, gem as in something that is precious. So the Buddha is precious, valuable to us. The Dhamma is precious and valuable. Sangha is precious and valuable. So you're acknowledging that at the beginning of your meditation. And the Buddha is our teacher, full of wisdom, compassion. Dhamma is teachings that point to the truth, and particularly the liberating effect of the truth. Sangha is those who have realized the truth after the Buddha, enlightened or awakened disciples of the Buddha. Monks, nuns, men, women, over the centuries who have practiced what the Buddha taught. So we acknowledge the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, then bring attention inwards to the body as we're sitting here. Bring attention to the tip of your head, the crown of your head. Close your eyes. Get to know your own body from the inside. Just notice how your head feels at the moment. Whether you feel comfortable in your head, or you have any pressure or pain, or even a headache maybe. Or notice if you feel neutral. You may feel or notice there's parts of your face, your head that are totally neutral, neither called into pleasure or pain, but just feel very ordinary. Perhaps you can barely sense anything. If you do notice any tension in your muscles, the cheeks, the jaws, just relax. And do the same as you move your attention down through your body. Your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Just very slowly, gently move your attention down through your body, noticing any physical tension, which you may be able to relax, consciously relax muscles, but also noticing pleasant feelings, if there are any. Just noticing very ordinary sensations. Your skin contacting the air around you in your own place, wherever you are now. The contact of your clothing, pressure of your legs on the ground or on your seat. If you do have any muscle tension, try to relax that. If you have an itch, just ignore it the best you can. So moving your attention slowly down through your body to your legs, to your feet, to your toes. All the while just sitting still, but paying attention inwardly to the sensations up and down your body, using that as an initial meditation object, and knowing your posture, where your arms and legs are, relaxing tension if there is any, putting up with any uncomfortable feelings that you can't get rid of, if you have any. So getting to know yourself in this present moment without judging or forming opinions about how you feel or your body, but just noticing how you feel, observing as it is. And now bringing your attention back up and find the feeling of the in and out breath, either at your nostrils, your chest or your abdomen. As you feel comfortable, pick one spot. And if you can't find the feeling of the breath, just take a few deep breaths to make it really clear to you. Breathe in deeply. And watch what happens with one in-breath that's deep. The various sensations starting at your nostrils and the lungs moving and filling with air, the abdomen rising. In the out-breath or exhalation, you have the abdomen falling, the lungs deflating, the warm breath of your body going out at the tip of your nostrils. But once you've found the sensation or become aware of it, just pick your spot and stick there. Pay attention to this one spot. So if it's at the tip of your nostrils, that's where you want to keep bringing up attention to the feeling of the inhalation passing, the exhalation passing out, the inhalation passing in. They compare it to a carpenter sawing wood. And when you saw wood, the wood is being cut by the saw only at one point. Even though the carpenter is moving his whole arm and the whole saw is moving back and forward. Whether it's fast or slow, it doesn't matter. There's only ever contact at one point where the teeth or the blade of the saw meets the wood. It's the same with your breath. Just picking up the contact of the breath, the inhalation on your nostrils, and the exhalation at the same place. This is what we call vitakka in Pali, the language of the Buddha. Lifting the mind to its object. So noticing or observing or being aware of the breath, being mindful of the breath. You're lifting your mind to the point of contact of the breath. And then sustaining, sustaining it through effort, continually paying attention to that spot, bringing your mind back when it wanders away. We call this continued attention on the breath, vichara. So these are the two initial factors of samadhi, samma samadhi. Vitakka, we say initial thought or initial application of the mind to the object. Vichara is sustained or continuous application of the mind, literally sticking with the object. Much of our meditation time is spent up training in this. Vitakka, vichara, knowing the breath and then sustaining that knowledge of the breath, keeping in the one place. If it helps to count, you can count. The counting, we go up to 10, but not beyond 10. Go in pairs, so 1 breath in, 1 breath out, 2 breath in, 2 breath out, and so on. And returning to 0 each time that you become distracted and lose count, you make yourself go back and start counting 0 and then 1 again. Until you can be fully mindful and aware of 10 in-breaths and out-breaths. And then do it again. Just do it again and keep doing it so that your vitakka, vichara becomes really strong with the breath. Or some people recite Buddho, remembering the Buddha and the awakened knowledge of the Buddha. Breathe in, Bud. Breathe out, To. Or if you prefer, just silence, just observing the sensation of the breath. So a very ordinary sensation, but when you keep putting attention on the in-breath and the out-breath, you're willing to be patient and work with your mind, bring it back to the breath each time it wanders away. Then you begin to experience the sense of calm in body and mind because you're sitting still and you're putting your attention in just one place. So that's different from the rest of your day when probably you find your mind is going all over the place, thinking, looking, listening, tasting, smelling, touching. Mentally quite distracted and a whole variety of different objects through the day come into the mind all the time. And now you're just focusing your mind on one object, the sensation of the in-breath and the out-breath. If you keep doing this, then that stillness and the alertness, the wakefulness of paying attention to the breath will help body and mind relax and become more interested in the breath as you let go of everything else. You may even become enthusiastic and feel some joy, rapture what we call piti. So that's the opposite of feeling bored. When mindfulness is not strong, we easily get bored. And the boredom leads to restlessness of mind, looking around for something else. If you practice vitakka vichara, putting attention on the breath, your body and mind start to relax more through that wholesome effort. It becomes more interesting, and you actually feel a sense of well-being arising. What you might call inner well-being or inner happiness. And the more you practice, the stronger that will become. Even if at first it's elusive, you don't experience much peace or calm yet. If you keep creating the causes, putting attention on the breath, relaxing body and mind, eventually the causes will lead to results, which is the mind will calm down. You feel more joy and contentment and happiness. Sukha, which is the fourth factor of samadhi. Vitakka, vichara, piti, sukha. And the mind is no longer restless. And if you continue bringing attention to the in-breath, the out-breath, piti and sukha arising, eventually the mind becomes still and one-pointed with its object, knowing the breath, knowing itself, knowing the mind where it is. What we call unification of mind, ekakata citta, one-pointedness. When all the five factors are present, vitakka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekakata.